Well, every blessing to you all, and welcome back to one of my open air locations. This past Sunday we were able to make the 400-mile round trip journey from Lancashire to London, and we wanted to return to Speaker's Corner with our friends from two different countries to take a stand, to contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. And it was a great opportunity to do so. And yet I asked myself the same question that I asked back in June as to where are all the Christians? Where are the great apologists? Where are the great evangelists? If you live in the London area, if you are a man, if you are born again, then why not go down to Speaker's Corner? Why not try and go down every Sunday afternoon? You've got groups of Islamists standing around waiting to debate, waiting to ask questions. And yes, for the most part, they are silly questions, much disinformation, much hostility, mocking and scoffing, so on and so forth. And yet within such groups there are people that are listening, that are trying to weigh up the arguments from both sides. To the best of my knowledge, there were no Christians present. Yes, there was one American chap who turned up, who is there every Sunday afternoon, but apart from him, it fell to our little group to take a stand, to shine a light in a dark place for maybe 3 hours. Somewhat unfortunate, somewhat pitiful, but what can you do? You're very much living in a generation which has turned its back on the light of Christ. We call that postmodernism. But I think it's a good opportunity, if you can, to go down there for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours or more. We were able to put 3 hours aside this past Sunday to go down and get the banner up, give DVDs out and tracts, and after the outreach had concluded, we returned to our 7-day outreach around the London area. A great opportunity. There'll be photographs in October's newsletter, and if you go to our backup channel on YouTube, which is Ex-Catholics for Christ, you can listen to 7 sermons that I was able to record throughout our 7-day get-together with our great friends from Spain and Singapore. These sermons look at why many people that go to Speaker's Corner reject the gospel, why they can't comprehend the gospel, and how we as the church are to respond to people that don't want to know the gospel, how they are quite happy to reject Christ and the gospel of the grace of God. But like I say, if you are saved, if you live in the London area, why aren't you down there every Sunday afternoon, or maybe every other Sunday afternoon? It's not enough just to preach to the choir in 4 walls. If you're saved, if you are a minister, if you are a preacher, if you are an evangelist, get down to Speaker's Corner, take a stand for the faith, for the gospel. And it's because people are not taking a stand in such a public forum that revival hasn't come and will never come. But good opportunity, a great blessing to go down, and who knows, maybe, Lord willing, we will return in the new year and take a stand for the 3rd time. Nothing is wasted. We know that from 1 Corinthians 15:50-52. So if you've seen the video and were somewhat disappointed perhaps, or somewhat perplexed, or somewhat disappointed, don't be so whatsoever. Take comfort in the fact that Christ was preached, that DVDs were given out, that tracts were taken, that the banner with the scripture from the Gospel Luke, except you repent, you shall all likewise perish, was seen and heard loud and clear. And I'll leave you that thought. Wish you every blessing and Maranatha to you all. God bless you, and I'll speak to you soon.